Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy JOEFROZE back with another free picks video for y'all today in the NBA on Tuesday. Stack slate for y'all today, so I'm super excited to get the picks out. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Drop a like on the page. And let's get into the picks for today, boys. Now, first I want to recap the wins from yesterday's game. So we did have NFL, obviously, and we had our 2-pick parlay that I sent out on TikTok and Instagram. Did cash out for us, George Pickens and Ashton Genty. Cashed pretty easily for us in the third quarter, so it wasn't really a sweat. And then we had this double slip on Chalkboard. Sent out to a couple of my followers on Instagram and TikTok as well. So 2 cashes for us in the Discord server. Nice profit for today. Feeling really good about it. So let's get into today's picks, boys. Without further ado, we got a stacked NBA slate going on. Before we get into the picks, guys, make sure you guys use my code JOEFROZE when you sign up on all these apps. As you guys can see, Chalkboard give you a $100 bonus and a free pick, a discount pick that's guaranteed to cash. Dabble will give you $25 for free with no deposit required. Same thing with Sleeper, it's $20. So yeah, boys, if you guys aren't on any of these apps, you guys know you guys be betting, so make sure to hop on these apps. Use my code JOEFROZE, support your boy. So first game of today is Golden State Warriors taking on Orlando Magic. So this is gonna be a good game. Not gonna be any Moncaro in this game. Suggs might not play, but looks like it's gonna be a pretty even matchup. Only players not playing for Golden State, Kuminga and DeAnthony Melton, who knew was gonna be out. Golden State favored by 3.5 in this matchup here. Over under set at 223.5. I do have a good insight that I like from Outlier here. I do genuinely like this one. Draymond Green under 1.5 3-pointers made. You guys can see 100% against Orlando here in the last couple of matchups. This is last season, of course. But the insight here is he's failed to exceed 1.5 3-pointers in 4 of his last 5 games. And I mean, he's not really known for his 3-pointers anyway, but this is the best 3-point defense in the league, according to Outlier here. So if we go to their defense, their 3-point percentage is 12th, but it looks like they're allowing the least amount in general. And to power forwards, it's the 5th best. So really bad matchup for Draymond here on 1.5. So I would take the under here. And honestly, I would take Golden State minus 3.5, kind of as the lock of the day. Without their best player, the Magic can't really do much. Going to be a lot on Franz. So maybe you could take his points, assists over, but I do like Draymond Green under 1.5 3-pointers and Golden State minus 3.5. So that's the first game of the day. Second one is Detroit and Atlanta. Atlanta favored by 1.5, and that's because Kate might not play, Azar might not play. Obviously, Tobias Harris still out, Jaden Ivey as well, but looks like Jalen Duren will play. And Hawks are without Trae Young, Risache, Porzingis, and Okongwu might not play. It looks like they probably will play, but still Atlanta favored by 1.5. Kind of question this line here. I think Detroit probably would be favored even without their best players, just because they've looked so good, with their depth. But the over set at 228.5, and I do have another player prop insight that I like here. I was on Dyson Daniels' assist the other day. He did hook me, unfortunately, that Utah game, as you can see. But he's been strong moreover on the whole season, as you guys can see the insight here. He's exceeded 10.5 rebounds and assists in 6 of his last 7 games, 14 rebounds and assists, average. That's 86%. That's pretty great. He's going against a pretty, tough matchup in Detroit, but obviously Trae Young won't be playing. If Porzingis doesn't play and Risache and Okongwu, that's a lot of more minutes that are going to be going to Dyson Daniels here. And I just think it's a really good spot for him, especially in this spot. And I would also take Detroit money line as well. It's kind of just like a value pick. I think it's plus money right now. Obviously, Atlanta favored by minus 118 on the money line. So you can do Detroit and then do Dyson Daniels over his rebounds and assists over 10.5. So I love that for this game. Next game, Boston, Brooklyn. Kind of everybody on the Boston team is kind of on the ban list for me right now. I don't really want to touch them, but if I did have to touch one, it would be Peyton Pritchard over PRA of 24.5. It's a solid line for him. It's a bad team. Probably going to get blown out. As you can see, the line here is at 10.5 for Boston, and they're not really a great team either. So the total set at 223.5. Boston's going to win this game pretty easily. I just don't want to be on any of the player props. Jaylen Brown is already banned for me this season. Derek White's pretty much there for me too. So I guess we could go with Peyton Pritchard. The stats look pretty good. Exceeded 24.5 in 7 of his last 8 games for his bottom 10 defenses for assists allowed. So it's a good matchup. Bad team, like I said. This is probably the only player prop that I'd be looking at for this game. So yeah, that's for Boston and Brooklyn. Next game, Memphis, San Antonio. They're going to be without Wemby, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper. So pretty much all their good players except Fox. And then Memphis is going to be without pretty much all their starters except Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson. So kind of like a nobody game. Nobody's really playing significant in this game. But obviously San Antonio is still favored to win. Better team, better defense. De'Aaron Fox, probably the best player in this whole game, and they have him. So of course they're going to be favored to win. And in this game, I actually do like the unders, especially on Jalen Wells. Now he has been playing pretty well this season. I have hit him on a couple overs, but this is just a better spot for him on the under, especially with San Antonio's defense, as we've seen this season. And you guys can see an outlier here, top 10 in pretty much every metric. And John Bryant is out. Obviously, that's their best player. But let's look at the insight here. So he's failed to exceed 15.5 PRA in 8 straight games versus top 10 defenses, with 12 basically as his average. And if I go here and put without Ja Morant, you can see it stays steady. So it's still 3 of 3 games that he's played in his last couple games without Ja. He's gone under this mark. So I like that. And also, the head-to-head data isn't too great, but that is from last season. So generally, I just do like to be on this play with Jalen Wells under 15.5 PRA. So not much that I really like besides that, honestly. I mean, you could take San Antonio minus 6.5 as like a pretty solid pick, or the money line with like a parlay on something else. Maybe you could do like Golden State minus 3.5, San Antonio minus 6.5. Maybe I'll do like a little, parlay of the day at the end of the video. But that's what I would do for this game. And then next one, Utah Lakers. They're going to be without, of course, LeBron once again. I know his practice window is opening up, so he should be coming back by the end of the month, hopefully. But for Utah, they're out. Slow-Mo, the Sloth, Kyle Anderson, Filipowski, and Hendricks, and obviously Niang. So they've been playing a lot better recently. Offense has been looking good. Ace Bailey's been looking good. Same thing you can say about the Lakers. Luka's been humming. Austin Reeves been scoring great. Lakers looking good. I don't really like much besides points on this game, honestly, because this is 2 pretty dog shit defenses, if we're being honest, especially Utah. But Lakers haven't been too good either. Paper thin defense, honestly. So if we look at the matchup here, 28th in terms of points allowed. So I want to be on Austin Reeves today, not so much Luka, because I love Luka, but he can kind of get into the spot sometimes where he gets under 30 points. His line gets too high. I just like Austin Reeves over 23.5, pure points. He's exceeded it in 8 of his last 9 games against bottom 10 defenses with a 31 point per game average. He's looking pretty good this season. I just want to be on this bet. I like Austin Reeves. I like my boy. So I'm going to be on this pick for the Lakers game. Not much else. Maybe like an alt line, Lakers 6.5. I expect them to win, but I don't know how I feel about minus 12.5. I just think, Utah has a pretty decent offense, especially with Ace Bailey coming back pretty strong, and they have a lot of good 3-point shooters. So I don't know how close the Lakers can, keep it in this game. Well, I know they'll win, but I just don't know by how much. So I would do like a less, maybe like an alt line. But yeah, second to last game. And then last game here, Phoenix Suns taking on the Portland Trailblazers. Trailblazers favored by minus 1.5. They're without Drew Holiday, very doubtful he'll play. Scoot's out, Matisse Thybulle, Blake Wesley. So most of their starters, their good starters are still playing. Denny's still playing. Shaedon Sharpe, playing. And then Phoenix is without Grayson Allen, so their best shooter. And I think that's Jeff Green. I'm not sure. I don't know which Green that is, but they have pretty much all their starters. So it's going to be a pretty, let's say, high-scoring game here, 236.5. I would be on that over, guys. Maybe like an alt line at like 235. I would like that too. I'm not feeling too strong about any game lines here for Portland or Phoenix. I know Phoenix has been kind of on fire and they just lost their last game. But I do like this insight here for player props. Dylan Brooks over 3.5 rebounds. I really like this one. He's failed to exceed it in, did I say over? Excuse me, under. He's failed to exceed it in 5 straight games on the road. And then in 2025, he has gone over a couple times, but in the head-to-head matchups last season also kind of went over it. I'm liking the matchup here against Portland. I think they have a lot of rebounding bigs. They add a lot of people into their squad that can get rebounds. And as you guys can see, the juice is favored on the under here on a lot of books. Over 57% chance that he goes under. So I like to be on the under at 3.5. And then the insight looks good. His failed to exceed it in 5 straight games on the road. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this game. And yeah, that's the big slate for today. So you guys are going to be on player props. These are the I guess 7. No, these are the 6 picks that I would be on today. And then in terms of game picks, I would do Golden State minus 3.5. I'd do Detroit money line, if you guys can get that one. Lakers at minus 7.5 or 8.5. I would do San Antonio minus 6.5. I would probably stay away from Boston and Brooklyn, but if you wanted to be on the over, honestly, I would probably just stay away from that game entirely. The Phoenix and Portland, I also like the over for that game as well. maybe Portland to pull away with it, but it's kind of hit or miss with how good Phoenix has been playing, surprisingly. So yeah, those are my favorite picks for today, and I'll put all those picks in the main comment for y'all boys. Before I let you guys go, one more thing. Make sure you guys sign up on the apps with my code JOEFROZE. As you guys can see, the bonuses, I already mentioned it. But guys, don't miss out on the promotion offers. That's pretty much how you make a lot of your money when you first get into sports betting. So if you're new to it, make sure to take advantage of those offers, guys. But that's pretty much all I got for y'all boys. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video for all the NBA picks. Peace.